Hey everybody, this is Vox and Sander, and welcome back to Necrons versus their greatest foe, a frickin' swarm of Psychernum. Ugh. Well, at least like I said before, these guys aren't actually a threat, they're mostly annoying, as long as I don't start losing guys to them. Because if I start losing guys to them, I'm probably not going to stop. They are annoying like that. Luckily, we've already broken their will. Whoops. Okay, yep, these guys can get shot at. Guys can shoot over the cliff, and then we've just got one more almost dead one left. Not gonna be able to take him out with flayed ones, unfortunately, but you know. The Necrons are one interesting thing about the Necrons, at least I think is interesting about them, is that over the years, like a lot of factions have gained and lost like a lot of units, like, and some of them to a fairly extreme degree. Like if you look at the Tyranids, like there are huge swaths of them that have only appeared in like one edition and then never again. Like for a while in 4th edition, they kind of tried to have like characters. They had special units, but they kind of gave up on that because it's weird for Tyranids to have characters, which is a little sad just because I kind of liked the ones they had. They had like a big old Carnifex that had one of its eyes was blown out by a guardsman. Old One Eye, that was literally his name. But yeah, they kind of abandoned. They didn't abandon that because there's still. But they abandoned the real idea that they were actually unique. Like I think nowadays, because I know you have. For the Tyranids, you have the special character, the Swarm Lord, but I don't think he's confirmed to be a unique individual. I think that's even kind of part of the question about him, is whether or not there is a singular Swarm Lord, or whether it's just a consciousness that the hive mind reuses. But the Necrons, to get back to my original point, have actually managed to basically keep most of their army intact over the editions. Like they basically like pretty much the only unit that they've really lost was a unit they had to begin with called the Pariah. So in early editions, throughout the Warhammer 40k, or all the editions, there was this phenomenon in humans known as untouchables. And these were humans that essentially had no warp signature, which in the cosmology of Warhammer 40k means that they had no soul. And in like 3rd and 4th edition, it was said that this was caused by the Deceiver mucking around with the human genetic code, and that Necrons would go in and they would capture these untouchables, and they would turn them into these units called the Pariahs, and they would Pariahs. I can say that word. And they are specifically just like they're while they're living, they were anti-psyker weapons. They were more specifically designed for that purpose. They've never explicitly said that that's not the case anymore, but the Paras have just kind of disappeared. Like they haven't even been mentioned in a long time. But yeah, I mean that was one of the few real casualties of the Necron army. Quantum Shielding, Tracheox Stalker. Oh, actually, I want to get some actual destroyers. Give me some heavy destroyers. Those are going to be useful when we end up having to... Because I do remember the end of this, and it's basically going to be a fight against us and a regenerated Chatan that has taken control of a bunch of Necrons. So we're going to be fighting Necrons, and in the end, and the Necron big boys, which means, of course, no. Which means, can I not teleport? No, of course I can't. Monoliths is the word I was looking for. Monoliths, and also their own arcs. Okay, let's get rid of this webway gate. Oh good, more Cycurnum. Again, I apologize if I'm butchering pronunciation, but you know, everything's kind of weird. Warhammer 40k's Fox Latin has always been kind of, or Faux Latin has always been weird. I mean, it's real Latin, it's just pig Latin, bad Latin, whatever. Alright, so let's see. Okay, what else do we still need more ore. Can we get a better... Yeah, let's grab this real quick. Alright, but we should now be able to get our Cryptek there in like 1 or 2 turns. So I know I said last time that I don't know how to pronounce a lot of the Necron stuff, and I stand by that. At least the names, because again, they have an Egyptian bend, and just, I mean, I understand, like, when I hear it, it makes sense, but, like, just to see it, like, all the S's and Z's, and, like, how you pronounce all that just seems weird to me. But one person I do want to talk about, because you really have to, if you're talking about the Necrons, is, and again, I apologize if I am butchering this, I probably am, but Trezar the Infinite. Now, Trezar is one of the few Necrons who sees any value in non-Necron life, but he sees it in the same way, but he's a collector. He's a collector of the strange. He has these big galleries that are filled with mortal races that have been turned into living holograms to reenact historical battles, and he thinks that that's awesome. He also has a lot of other weird things, like he has, he's got like a stuffed enslaver, he's got a bunch of different alien artifacts, and he's got at least one Primarch, and they've never definitively revealed who. They've hinted that it's Fulgrim, not Fulgrim, they've hinted that it's Vulcan, and then the Fabius Bile books confirm that he has a clone of Fulgrim, but they don't confirm whether that's counting. That's the Primarch he thinks he has. Is he just doesn't realize it's a copy. But yeah, he is like an awesome troll, just going around, just grabbing whatever he wants. And yeah, and he's pretty civil to the mortal races. Like one of the best lines he has, and if you check out like one of the best lines he has, or best little things he has, is basically thanking a Inquisitor for gifting him 3 legions of Cadian troops, because that's exactly what his gallery needed, and then in return he gave her I think it was a freaking Tesseract labyrinth, and she got trapped in it. And oh no, she didn't get trapped in it. She got killed in another point. Although he also has another female Inquisitor in a Tesseract labyrinth, because again, this guy is just weird and he collects stuff. He once mentioned I think he mentioned this to an Ultramarine that he wanted to steal Gilliman's corpse or body and put that in his collection, which you know, kind of a thing. And then I can't remember if it was. There's always just way too much to really keep track of in the lore. Like, Especially like what is and isn't canon, because there's been some real, even if stuff that's been published by the Black Library, been some real whoppers of that just doesn't make any sense. Or at the very least, like now we're going to pretend that didn't happen. Let's get data crypt, or yeah, let's get more research heading back into the actual present of the game and Cacatron Devils. Ooh. I think that's going to kill them. Oh, yeah, especially if both of them. Oh, nope, okay. That actually did a lot less damage than I expected it to. I actually expected to lose that Annihilation Barge. But now we've also got a Doomsday Arc. So let's put that to work against the Griblies. Ugh. Boom. And... boom. Let's see. Let's get you leveled up. Let's have you make your Royal Guards. I think they'll be more useful. Yeah, look how much damage they can do. And they'll distract them. But more important than that, did I walk straight past this last turn while I was talking about other things? That's pretty great. Okay, so we've got 7 turns. We are going to need to accumulate influence, and we'll do that in 7 turns. So not a huge problem. We'll probably grab some of these. I'm a little worried about expanding too much, meeting an enemy, and then them being like, ah, there we go, fresh meat. But I do want to get more stuff. Always want more stuff. Oh, speaking of more stuff, we definitely need to get more people in here. I can make another Lord. Do it. I should research for the Destroyer Lord. Like, that would actually be kind of useful. I'll get another Doomsday Arc. You get me... You know what? Get me some more influence. Because you can never have too much influence as the Necrons. I guess you can, because you can save it and then not use it. I don't think using it right now is particularly useful, though. Although, yeah, that makes sense to me. Let's also grab... What do we want? How long does it take to build stuff right now? 4 turns? We'll get one more summoning core. And... I want to take this out. That's another Jericho thing. Jericho. Have people start moving up here, I think. You can shoot him. Boom. You can finish it. You can't shoot and you're too far away. Okay, that's fine. Those 2 are dead. Let's get rid of the... Let's go for the nest. Necrons, their artillery in this... their vehicles, their heavy vehicles in this game are just really powerful. And I appreciate that a lot. Especially when I'm having to play as them. Or choosing to play as them. I don't have to play as them. I want to play as them. They're very fun. Let's grab over... Yep, and just continue to get more research. I may not really care about the end of the Necron tech tree, but, I mean, I might as well go for it. And we got our new Lord, who can also, just because, get me more population limits. And he'll be a bit more punchy than the other one. there. Come down here. Just beat them the hell up. Okay, that destroys that. And then, oh, hello. We have enslavers. Which means that there's another artifact over here. Hooray! Take your pot shot. You can go for the hybrids, because screw hybrids. Yeah, I don't know. Just, I think, I mean, at this point, I'm going to have posted this, so, but I'm just worried. I mean, I'm cheesing the heck out of this, I feel like, because, like, I should be, like, the normal strategy would be to attack and to be more aggressive, and I am just not doing that, and I'm not planning on changing that. But I mean, for right now, it's working really well. And speaking of things that are working really well, might as well keep going with getting more influence. Because at the very least, we can use that to just be... Enemy comes in, we're just like, oh, well, here's 3 Doomsday Arcs. And they're like, okay, well, that's slightly problematic no matter what. Alright, and I think you'll be... Yep. Boom. You can finish them off. Nope. Hello, Ambles. Wow, we have a big old chunk of the map. I didn't do something and, like, reduce the number of players, right? We have 6 players, right? Like, because I have a good chunk of the map, and I have not actually had to have anyone contested, and that's starting to significantly worry me. But I'm not going to be looking a gift horse in the mouth. Yeah, so I'm gonna, like, fortify my troops around here, because this will probably be the first one that comes under siege. Yeah. I mean, I don't need to worry too, because I do also have the teleporters, so I don't even have to worry. I'm gonna turn you off though. Rallied. Alright, let's get ourselves some more health. Good. We have finished the research to get better research. Maybe kind of redundant, but hey, it's quite nice. You hit him, you hit him. Not quite finished the cultists off. You not shoot him. Like, I don't know that it's a thing, but I really have a suspicion that once you first encounter an enemy, that's when they become more aggressive to you. Like I feel like right now the enemy is not actively expanding out towards me, and that could be entirely wrong, but I feel like it's right, and so I'm going to keep acting as though it is. And again, it's pretty much getting my army like just right around in this little plain area over here. That's the most likely place I can think of for an attack to land. Oh, I should clear that tile and get those 30s going. Extra vehicle armor. Nameless causeway. Let's get one of these. We want flyers. We want our aeroplanes. Do I want to go up here? This is not a bad spot, although we're kind of getting at the point where loyalty is becoming a fairly significant issue, but I think one more, and that's going to also be our main... Actually, well, no. This could also be our main air unit. Our air producer, I should say. But I think we're going to go for one more. I think we're going to go for one more city. I may regret this later, but... you know, regrets are for the living. We are among the dead. Also, I mean, this is slightly belated, but I apologize a little for how long this took to come up. Like, not this episode in particular, but just continuing from our last run. Partly that's because Impossible was kicking my butt. Like I said in the first episode, and I will reiterate here, I had a bunch of failed recordings for that. And for me, like, every time I have a failed recording like that, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to just retry again. I need to do something else. And the something else I was usually doing was, all right, well, let's go back to Subnautica. Because that game is awesome, and I want to finish it before things get spoiled for me. Pretty much coming to the end of that, though. Not that that game is done, just because, if nothing else, there's Sub-Zero to look forward to. Every time I say Sub-Zero, I always think of the Mortal Kombat character. But that's neither here nor there. That's a completely different Let's Play. And my timer says that we are coming up on the end of this episode. So, thank you for watching. This has been Vox Incendiary. If you're enjoying the series, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps out a great deal. Tips, tricks, and suggestions are very, very appreciated. And I will see you guys for the next time. Bye-bye.